Oh, we have to have those issues. Always something. So let's hope this one works. And welcome back, everybody. When you get here, I know Kathy's on. Rita will be on in 15 minutes. But welcome all. I gotta go over to me to try and find me. Had to change my picture a little. Hi, June. It's like, what a way to spend your birthday jumping channels. Hi, Pamela. I don't know if I still have the paste thing for the block or not. Yep, it's still there. Good morning, Denise and Donna, and then the other Denise, Joanna. Yeah. Why the internet decided to crash today? Go figure. I guess they know I needed to start later. We don't know the problem. Hi, so Terry. And I posted the link to the block. And this corner is missing of the block. I was just looking on the floor for it. It's because it's still up here. It's like I just looked in the picture and said, "Oh, where'd the piece go?" It's gonna be one of those days. I was even gonna go on my phone if I had to for the internet. Oh, and hi Sharon. But today we're just going to be sewing this block together, and she's not on the featherweight. It's on my standard old brother. Even though she was busy yesterday, it's like we got all of these pieces sewed together. Now I'm deciding on what to make it longer. I know how I'm making it wider. We have the cornerstones up there. I don't know if you can see it. It's like, I don't even know which way to go there. The cornerstone is up there. And then I know those two pieces are going to be the border. But working on the next. But that's all sewn on the featherweight. So that'll come at a different time. Hi, Maureen. And everybody's still good afternoon, Joe Patty. It is afternoon for you. I think I'm the only one on here that's not an afternooner. Hi, Carol. And yep, it just happens to be June Hanson's birthday. Mine's not for a few more days. But she's not going to forget this birthday because she keeps getting all these happy birthday messages. Okay, Terry, get to cracking on that dress. But in the Jawhawk pattern, as a person prints it, it gives the cutting instructions. This one comes with a 9-inch and a 12-inch cutting instruction. You can pick and only print the 12-inch page, but I printed the wrong page, so I had to go back. And then I just picked what colors was what. I write it in there with my disappearing ink pen that I can just press it off when I'm done. But their sewing instructions and cutting instructions has you cut the two 4 and 7/8 inch blocks, which I cut mine 5, which everybody that follows me knows. They want you to cut them on the angle. I don't cut them on the angle, and I draw my line down, and then I sew a 1/4 inch on each side of the line. That way you don't get the bias stretch as much. But I was going to make this a quicker day today because I have great grandkids coming sometime. It's supposed to be 2, but we'll see. But I have some stuff I need to get done also. I got to get the floor vacuumed and all that stuff too. But it's not a standard flying geese unit. It's not a rectangle and we have the leftover pieces. But the sewing instructions first say make the corners. So that's what I'm going to do because that's the sewing instructions. And Maureen, happy birthday. I have a birthday present for you and Sandra, all boxed up. We'll get them to the post office tomorrow or Saturday. Well, thank you in advance, Maureen. Miss Nosy Rosie June last night wanted to know why did whoever want my address? I says, you just got to be nosy, don't you? And she said, yes, I do. I said I could have given her the address and then it would have been a complete surprise. Until today. When Maureen just said what she's doing. And oh, I forgot I put the camera back up. Like I said, we won't be on here very long. Because I want you to be able to go over to other creators too. Unless you're doing the double duty thing, like a lot of us do. Jump back and forth. 2 screens open. Then remember who you're writing what to. Because I have two computers open. One so I can see the chat better. The black on white chat that comes with the YouTube is a little harder on the eyeballs. But we have a lovely group of ladies in here today. And I want to thank you all. And men, if they're listening. It's like, I have no idea. It says 22 watching. Yeah, iron's on. You still walking over to that meeting, Laura? I lost connection, had to come back on and everything else. Hello, Deb. I just seen someone helloing to her. Sorry if I miss anybody. You know, that is one disadvantage. I want to watch Denise do her Lily Pop Love. She bought the Tula Pink quilt set or quilt kit. She bought it for herself for Mother's Day. It's always nice when we buy our own stuff. At least we know we get what we want. And now these 2 blocks need to be squared to 4.5. They need to be squared to 4.5. It's like, I just wish I like Tula Pink fabrics better. I don't like all of them, but it's just one of those things. You can't please everybody. And if you do, it's a funny world. Oh, the meeting was canceled? What, did their internet take off with my internet? Laura, you didn't see the storm down there at Fort Lauderdale with all the streets flooding? I said, now this is when I want to be there. But I can't believe how people just drive right through those floods. Do they not realize it's going up into the block can do a little more damage? But that's how the other places stay in business. Yeah, she's waiting. That was quite the. Could have happened while I was there. It would have been exciting. Something that we could have went out and had fun in. It's like, yeah. See, they don't realize all that stuff, but the cops was even there watching them go through it on the news that I watched. And I thought that they wasn't driving through it slowly. The water was coming up over the top of the hood of the car. I don't know if they was impressing the camera that was there filming. I wished one of them would have just look and then died right there. Then they'd get their car washed inside out. But we had this one gentleman. We don't get much rain, but this one time, this parking lot swoops down, and when they did a reseal of the blacktop, they covered over the drain hole. Hi, Carrie. And this one car got out in the middle. He decided he'd drive through it, not knowing anything about the parking lot. He got the water splashed up and killed the motor. So he's out the window of his car. Someone help me. I says, you got $20? Yeah. I says, I got up to the window, got the $20, hooked the tow strap on it. I was already wet, so I just walked out there, hooked it up. We towed him out. And he goes, now what do I do? I says, sit here and wait for your car to dry. But we got him out of the mud, out of the middle of the mud. But it went up over the bottom of his door. If he would open his door, he'd wash his car inside out. It was slowly seeping in. But I was already wet and I knew everything there. But it was an easy $20. And that's what a person, once in a while, you have to teach somebody a lesson. Right? I bet that guy never ever drove through a puddle again. Well, hopefully. So, Terry, did you see the news where 2 people were electrocuted in pool spot at a Mexican resort? Oh, no. You like that shirt? I bet you was with me when I purchased it. Because I didn't drive down to the shop by myself. Yeah, I got my $20. But he was the second guy I helped. He was the second guy. So I made $40 that night. And later the gas station called after I came home. And they go, you want to make another $20? We got another one out there. I said, no, I'm not going back. I'm not going back. Okay. So the instructions say make 4, which I have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now it wants us to make the flying geese unit with, but I call them the no waste because there is no half square triangles left when it's over. Because we just have the larger triangle to sew the 2 smaller triangles on. Make sure of the placement. Line them up in the corners, all across the flat part. They overlap. You'll have these 2 looking dog ears. One ear's bigger than the other. And then you'll sew down your 1/4 inch seam. Or scant quarter like I do. I'd rather make sure because that's the way I am. I did pre-cuts like Cotton Cut does with AccuQuilt cuts. None of my blocks come out to 12 inches or 12 and a half. I always have the 12 and a quarter. And it's because of the 1/4 inch isn't designed for that. Again, my white on white, make sure they're correct. So the first one lays over and fills up half the triangle, over half. I have my scant quarter marked. I have a clear plastic foot. And I just take a permanent marker and I drew my little line mark there. Means I have 2 of these brothers. They both have them. Now I'm going to press them open so I can trim it. I'll get the other one across the machine. And everybody's still saying their hellos. And yeah, I'm getting tired of watching the news. There's just too much tragedy out there anymore. Just one of those things. Too much tragedy. Okay. Scroll this down. Try to. There it goes. Trying to get the type bigger so I can see it more out of the corner of my eye. I won't get to see everybody's chat when it gets to streaming by. See, you'll end up with these 2 funny looking ears. Right now I call it a bat because it looks like wings instead of. Press this one open. Press however you want to press. I only press one direction. I feel it makes my quilt stronger. Hello, Gladys. Oh, it's like maybe I better put the I gotta change my instead of top chat, live chat. I forgot about that. This one here, I gotta scroll all the way back up. Find it. Live chat. Gotta find the bottom again. Yeah. So I have the first half done. Right I always have to look because I have white on white. Get them all lined up. You get that funny, the goose and the bat's got his wing one closed. Why I associate what it looks like? Because they call them dog ears, but it doesn't look like a dog to me. But what's everybody working on today? I know Terry's cutting on a dress. June's celebrating her birthday, getting ready to go out and do all her things with her that she's got to get done today. Carrie's got to go to physical therapy. I learned to like reading and watching news in grade school. Had to do a written report, a current event from TV news, and an oral report on newspaper. Oh, Laura, would you rather be sewing than working on contracts? I know you would. And then you're all done with your physical therapy? Okay. Now to square up this block, it squares up to 2.5 by 4.5. On this creative grid ruler that Laura bought me, the 4.5 by 8, designed by Rachel Cross, it has right in the middle of it where you line up that piece, and it gives you the perfect amount to be trimming off the top. And it's still at the 2.5 down here, so it is right. I just have to clean up the dog ears. And I'm so thankful that Laura sent these as a surprise gift to me. And they're the only ones I use. They're the only ones I've been using here. But most of my blocks, I use this ruler actually the most. Oh no, a new pattern. Well, you have to experiment and go out there in the patterns you need. It's like we don't sew the same block every time. Oh, you just bought a set for your sister? And well, I'm glad I got mine before she did. That means I'm the better sister. I'm the older sister. I'm old. I'm making a huge wonky block. My plan is to use the wonky stuff for. Oh, you're going to make a king size quilt. Those little bags Donna Armstrong's making. I was thinking about making a wonky block for that and quilt it just the same technique. My wonky blocks aren't up on the wall right now. I'm trying to stick with getting one of these done. Oh, thank you. It's like, I don't even know how many days away it is now. Well, it must be 8. My birthday's on a Friday. And, oh, I should, that's what, Carrie, you let me, I forgot to get out next Thursday's block ahead of time. I'm going to try and post one of those live things. Patty G, the worst part is I had to make strip scraps because most of my patterns, it's like that pinwheel block up there in the corner is leftovers from the four corners of the inner border. And then I got big, huge half square triangles left from the next star in there on that. Terry squared up her hexie quilt. Yeah, I just got, I think, 3 more rows, and my rows are complete hexie flowers, the 6th with the 7th center. I still have, I think, 2 rows top and bottom of those flowers to go together. But so I made more scraps, and when it's done, I guess I'm going to be making a string quilt. But next Tuesday, when I come on, which we've been devoting to that, if that's not done, I'll work on that. And if that's done, we'll work on the wonky. How do you know what size to cut your square when you want to cut the triangles? Well, for like this here, this is a 4.5-inch block. I always add just a 1/2 inch to the size. So I cut 5-inch squares. That's the pattern says 4 7/8. I just cut 5. I'd rather have a little bit to trim. I only wanted to make 2 quilts this year and lots of other stuff, but I really like the wonky and was forced to do it. You had the templates already ordered there, Patty G. You had them in your possession. These younger kids, what am I going to do with them, June? And Maureen, because they're older than I am. I have to respect my elders. I'm working on 3 wonkies at a time, less trips back and forth. I tried that and I kept missing. Hi, Lucy. It's like, glad to see y'all. This could be also known as the troublemaker side. Yeah, that's your next 3 weekends. It's like, Patty, I have broad shoulders. I'm the older sister. I could be the blame. Because we're quilting sisters. We are quilting sisters. Okay, Melinda's asking if Ace needs his treats, the baby food treats. Yeah, but it's like Patty had the template pieces, and Patty and I are always in trouble, doing something wrong. Or I say we're doing something right because we both get quilts done, and that's the important thing. We get quilts done, and my Rita chicken coop, the chicken coop block swap that was started in Rita's group, that is quilted, and Courtney said it would either be in the mail yesterday or today, and then I'll get it back and put the binding on. I'm looking forward to it being completed. And then I got the next one just about ready. I got the fabric yesterday or the day before in the mail. I think it was the day before to make it backing. That was gifted to me from Maureen. But it's like, oh, back to beans. I made 4 of these now. They want me to sew these units together because I need to have 4 of them. You just like to collect quilt projects and tops, and that's how most of us are, Denise, Lily Pop Love. Uh, my closet cannot take any more tops hanging in there. I have 14 in my closet. I have our block swap one over there. I have that one I just finished from Maureen over there. Around the corner right here is the rest of these blocks, and I'm making 24 of these. That one up there is almost done. I have another one hanging right here beside me, almost done. And 2 more on the hangers. It's the blocks that need, no, 3 more. 2 Christmas, a Christmas wall hanging, and a Christmas quilt. And the red, white, and blue block swap quilt. Oh, I better quit thinking. And this block swap, the last sampler, 2023, it's still hanging in there. I'm not a Cave fan, but Patty G is. And hanging in my closet is the the Irish chain that they did. And yeah, and my Jelly Roll race quilt is over with Laura. That's one of her 3 to do. She said she'd quilt it for me. That way I have a Laura masterpiece. She says it's not a masterpiece, but I say it will be. That's going to be my new mine for my chair. Anything that I don't have to do is a masterpiece. It's like my yesterday plan, which I took the time to write it on these beautiful purple Post-it notes. Wednesday, cut Coda's batting and start long arming. It's still sitting on there. Mail Marla's block. Cut out the Thursday block. Off the list, I got the Thursday block cut. And sewed 2 rows on there. Because I ended up with Alan yesterday. And that picture of him on that front is so cute. Perfect timing, he waved. It was perfect timing. He is a little nut. But I like when he takes naps, but when he takes naps, he's usually on my lap, and if I move him, he wakes up. So then I'm grounded for an hour. I'm going to have to learn how to do something with one hand. Because I go, oh, if my spiral book was out there by the chair, because it's got hardcover, I could have figured out what I needed to order for, I could do that math with a kid on my hand. And then this is another one of those. Yo Patty has made some of the blocks with me. And every once in a while, we find ways. We don't have to do it the way the pattern says. We can do a switch around. We can do whatever we want. And Yo Patty has been known to switch them. Yo Patty, I'm wearing my tie-dye shirt. We should call your Thursday lives tie-dye Thursday. We could. I have enough tie-dye. Like I am not tie-dye poor. You won't have to see Boca all the time. And see, we could put the blocks that way also. That I'm showing you just different ways that we can flip them. We can have them that way, or that way. Hi, Karen Evans. But I gotta stick us the pattern because I write on the back salvage edge. Okay, Patty G and I can be tie-dye Thursdays. I'll have to have a calendar going saying which one I wore on what day. As soon as I get a couple of these this done here. The one thing on here I want to point out. If you don't have your 1/4 inch between here and here, when you sew this block onto whatever's next, you could lose that point. When I first was sitting this up here, I had all these greens up here like this because I thought that's the way it was supposed to go because I didn't look at the pictures very well. But you can lose, if you don't have that 1/4 over there, you can lose that point so fast. So if you want a pointless point, whatever. Uh-oh, her lunch is over. Bye, Denise. Thanks for stopping by. I met Denise, found her YouTube. During the Thanksgiving, just before Christmas, box openings. She can. She's got to cut her spending down. The Nissan place cut back their hours. Lost all my shirts are red, white, and blue, or they have a flag on them. My grandson says I should be a poster for America. You know what? I don't have a red, white, and blue one. It's not that I'm un-American because I'm born and raised here. I just haven't purchased one. Maybe I'll have to put that on my list of things to purchase. Hi, Sherry Rose. And tell me you got number 21 done. How many wonkies are you have completed? She's the best sewer on this one here. We're just learning how to do this. She's doing excellent. Working on 24. You was busy. I'm still at 11. I started one the other day. I couldn't figure out where the heck did I put the center. I found it. So it's out on my kitchen countertop. It got put up with that metal sampler. Okay, there's those 4 units done. And they say we need the 4. It's like, and they're brown colors. So as long as the pictures kind of match, except for color-wise, I say I have them in the right spot. You're not working on anything else? That's okay, Sherry. It's like, I work on whatever I can, especially this week has been great grandkids week. Because I've had Ellen 2 days this week. And it was fun because as long as I'm sitting, he will play on the floor. If I stand up to do anything, he wants up. But 10 o'clock, he'll take a nap. And then if he didn't get enough sleep, then he'll take another nap between noon and 1. Then when my son gets here to pick him up, he'll go, "When did he nap?" I says, "He's about to crash again." He says, "Okay." So he drove slow home because if he can get him to fall asleep, then he doesn't have to chase him around the house too. But I made sure he went home in clean clothes because he ended my show yesterday because he had to be the one in between tie-dye and poo. My channel's got it. We can actually say he did his duty on YouTube Live. But he was still happy. Maureen gets a person that she gets to crack the whip with because her daughter-in-law is doing the block swap also. That's why I figure next Tuesday I'll sew one on here just to break up a little. But I'll make sure if that's all together. I'm looking at my choices up there. Terry, you can post the link to your newest creation up there. The fiery redhead. Okay. Yeah, I forgot to get the address, so we just put it down as yours under your name. Because we have a couple that can be mailed together. But I like sending them individually. Make sure that this stays up top. Get my corners lined up. Then I can sew my 4.5-inch strip. That's about as long as I'll sew in a great big. Babies don't schedule the moment. Do you think you can find a tray for that high chair? I was afraid he was going to push. Well, this is right up against my table here, so it only pushed up the final couple inches because the legs crossed and it was touching. But he puts his feet down in the cross of the table, the ironing board. The tabletop to that high chair is supposed to be in the back shed. Thank you, Terry. Everybody's got to go over and see that fiery redhead. She is beautiful. Love her decals. Terry's making me tempted to paint mine. And I don't know what color. I won't paint it purple. I guarantee you. If I do paint it that shiny new, the fresh decals. This mine needs a spa day. I think I would just stick with the black, but I would put one decal on there. I would hunt for it until I found it. I want a dragonfly. That's because we don't have cardinals in my neck of the woods. So when I see dragonflies, that's means my husband's here and my mom and dad. Because that's another one. The loved one's near. That's why I have the one t-shirt that has the dragonfly on it. But yeah, because we're all don't need all the other people. It's like when we find exciting things to do or things we need to be seen, that's what I want to have posted. Main thing for my moderators is if somebody decides they want to come on and be bad, that someone's here to do it. Hi, Gisela. Oh, you're not in bed yet? Sorry for the internet loss of connection. Actually, it's not in bed yet. She watches a movie before bed with the hubby. I said my longest fast sew is about 4.5 inches. The hospital staff told you to go to bed early. Well, I don't want to meet that hospital staff because I wouldn't listen. I webbed my pieces together and now I'm sewing them. But I am using pins because I want to make sure I nest properly. Because I want those intersections to line up. If they're just a smidgen off, that's okay. When you wash them, quilt them, wash them, and use them, they all just get that little wrinkly, snuggled up look and you lose it. See, when I get my jelly roll quilt back, I can snuggle up with it. Because the quilt I was using, it was a baby shower gift for Melinda for her boys. And it was done in pinks and purples with a couple blue squares. And that is not a boy quilt. So Melinda gave it to me. And then my little guy, Tuffy, he took it over. He says, it's my quilt. Which it never seen the ground. Unless it fell off my chair. Now it's because it's, yeah, Douglas is 27. Oh no, I am getting old. So it's been around a few years. And yes, Terry, she she told the story about it was going to be something her and her son-in-law did. I think is what she said. I'm sorry, it got yeah. Oops. And I have a seam that flipped, and this will bug me for eternity. So I have to go get Jack out. It has to be flipped the right way. I won't be able to sleep. It's like, yep, her fiery redheads. See, Ronnie would go Reba. Reba is Ronnie's favorite. Yes, her son in law in Texas. He's the puppet maker. We were going to do this together, somehow long distance. It works. It works, Terry. You just have different areas that people send for different, because there's a lot of people in Texas looking for theirs to be refinished. Then there's been people up in Pennsylvania hunting for a place to get theirs repainted. I just want to give mine like a spa day, a freshen. Yeah. My first impression was Lucy, the fiery redhead. And then when you wrote Reba, that'd be Ronnie. Yeah. It's like she has a concert ticket, a t-shirt from Reba that she wants to wear it, but she doesn't want to wear it out. Thought of Little Red Corvette. Had to turn it on and play. Is there a song about a Little Red Corvette? I'm not the song person. I am not the song person. Sorry, people. So if there's a song, okay. The Prince song she wants to know. Well, that'd be a good reason why I haven't. I just know Prince has got something. I I seen him in lots of purple. That's all I know about that guy. And I know he's passed. She says, I could name her Corvette. Well, I will sit on it. Yeah. Yeah. Did you name your green purple one yet? I said green purple. I didn't say purple green this time because it's yours. In my eyes, she's purple green. Gisela, I think Tuesday afternoon when you're done sleeping is what I've been doing for the featherweight. And Thursday, I get my great grandkids at 2. So whatever I do has to be done before 2. And every other Thursday, I meet my one grandson up and we have a sub sandwich together. We have our breakfast. Okay, Sherry, get that garden producing so you can have lots of good eats. And we'll see you at another time. We can sew all night, but we can't garden all night. I tried. Pulling weeds by flashlight of the camera. Your neighbors think you're weird. But that is how the block looks today. Dig out the pattern for next week. Because I am going to finish this sampler. Next week I plan on having it hanging on the wall in here. Because as it gets closer to done, I need help on deciding what to put for sashing. And I'm going to put it out for a vote for everybody. But it's better when you can see all the blocks together with the space between. And then if I have some colors, I'll cut some strips or fold some strips to put up there. Next week is the 4 Winds block. And it's from Patchwork Square also. I was going to be all ready and have all this stuff up here, but we won't say who's the behind one. We won't say that because I know who I am. I'll see if I can't go grab that pattern. Go back up here, go back a couple pages. Because it doesn't begin with J. And it's telling me I need to plug this one in. When you got all these cords out here, because you have all these different apparatuses going, just trying to keep what plugs in what is fun. Not that I'm ignoring you guys. Sandra, we need to schedule some time. I'm offline to work on pressed flowers. Yes, we do. You got to pick the day. You pick. My schedule is wide open there, sister. Wide open. The only way we could get in trouble is if Craig did something. Four Winds. Hi, y'all. Back from having lunch with my parents. Hi, Donna Dixon. There's a lot of 4-patch blocks out here. I'm trying to get the link up here. Copy. Shrink this back down. Find the other one. I know you don't watch TV, but did you ever watch MTV? No, I did not. I am the biggest. I find other things to do. I don't watch TV and I don't listen to music a lot. That's the four wins. That's next week's block I just shared. Of course, there will be no black involved in mine. The black color is just, that's too dark. And if you look at the pattern, it's actually got 4 flowers. But it's got the 4 pinwheels. And the 5th one is in the middle, a big one. Purple will be on here. I haven't decided yet. But I'm thinking the center orange, do that in green, because it looks like the leaves of the flower. That's what I'm thinking. So there'll be purple flowers. I could see how many shades of purple I can find. You like that block? There's so many things you can do with this one, Patty G. Because like I said, where that orange is, make that in green. Hi, Della. Your name might have been there before and I missed you, but hello and thanks for attending. But yes, this is the next block. And see, I put a date on the top when I do them. Because the other day I missed Rita coming in. And it's because I enlarged the chats. I only get to see like 5 of the chats at a time if they're just one-liners. So I can miss people, and I am very, very, very sorry if I miss somebody. Because I try to at least acknowledge that you came in. I try. Today is June's birthday. Should I write that up there? Oh, this is that pin that says bad one. Can't write with it. And then I will, off camera here, I'll take a regular ink pen when I find it. I write on the back seam here. I write what this block's called. That way, if I need, someone sees that block hanging on my wall or something until it's quilted, I can just flip it over and say, this is what it's called. I don't know what a jawhawk is. And then they say it's hawks. So I don't know if it's the beaks coming in or the beaks going out. I have no idea. Because I don't see a hawk except for a beak. I don't know. But who says we're supposed to make sense of what we do, right? But I hate to disappoint everybody. It's like it's been an hour and 4. You can go over and join other ones that are active and live. And thank you for coming by. Tuesday, I'll see you here. Unless I decide to do some pop-up. And Laura, we're going to get together on that pressed flowers. We are going to get together on that one. So when you got time. I know you won't till way after my birthday because she's going on a cruise for my birthday. We'll see you guys all later. Bye.